Well, good evening and welcome to this live streaming from the Tribune Network. I'm Rohit Bhan. Big political day after months and months of uncertainty, confusion about who is going to take over, what kind of role Navjot Singh Sidhu will play in Punjab Congress. Finally, late yesterday night, the Congress High Command making the announcement, the much-awaited announcement. Sidhu has been given the reins of the Punjab Congress after months of, deliberations. The MLAs were called to Delhi for deliberations, and then the party high command finally, the three-member AICC committee, which has decided, which has carried out these meetings with the party MLAs and office bearers, finally have announced his name. But have we reached some kind of a resolution of this crisis? Because Captain Amarinder Singh had resisted Mr. Sidhu's elevation as the PCC president, and now, even after 24 hours of the announcement, less than 24 hours after the announcement, Captain Amarinder is still to congratulate Mr. Sidhu on his appointment. Joining me live, my senior colleague Rajmeet Singh from the Tribune office. Rajmeet, first tell us, have we reached a stage where this crisis has been resolved in Punjab Congress?
Good evening, Rohit. We are all eagerly waiting for that thing to happen. So far, Sidhu is busy meeting the senior party leaders, tweeting, giving messages, that he's a traditional congressman, trying to send across a message to the old guard that he is a part of them. So basically, he's trying to meet the senior ministers, senior leaders, and today, he, I think, met around 35 to 40 MLAs. They got together somewhere in the ministers' houses. But on the chief minister's side, everything is silent. The chief minister so far has not. It will be almost 24 hours by 10 o'clock today, and the chief minister has not so far reacted to the appointment. So we are really waiting for for someone to intervene and break the ice between the two. So far, it has not happened.
And Rajmeet, tell us who all did Navjot Singh Sidhu meet through the day. Take us through the developments right since yesterday evening, yesterday night, in fact, when this announcement was made.
Yesterday, when the announcement was made, he was on way from Jalandhar to his house in Patiala, where in Jalandhar he met the Doaba, these leaders. And then he visited the Duknivaran Gurdwara and Mandir and a mosque in Patiala. And from morning, he started his day with meeting Kuljit Nagra, who is one of the new working committee members, working president of the new announcement. And then he went to the house of Sunil Jakhar today. Then he met the transport minister, Mrs. Mustafa. And then he went to the house of Tripat Bajwa, then Randeep Nabha, then KP Rana speakers. So there was a good get-together at the house of Mr. Tripat Bajwa. There were around 35 MLAs. So interestingly, this get-together was happening right across the CM residence, where the chief minister was holding meeting with the Patiala MLAs and the Patiala ministers regarding the development works. So, everybody was keenly waiting that, two political activities within one party are happening just at a short distance. Yet there is a, I would say, barrier, sort of a barrier which refuses to,
go away.
Which has not been removed so far.
Okay. Yeah. And Rajmeet, it's been a day of sort of photo ops from both the side. Photos being released by Mr. Navjot Singh Sidhu's camp. From, in fact, we had some photos from the chief minister's meeting with the MLAs from Patiala. What is the kind of messaging that is being delivered through this?
From the Navjot Singh Sidhu side, what we believe is, that he's trying. He's he's very careful about his words this time. After being announced, he's very calculated. He's not talking to giving interviews to media so far, right. And he's going before the senior leaders and trying to make his acceptance. He's going slowly and slowly. And right. He's going to all the houses of all the senior leaders, whether it is in Panchkula, whether it is in Chandigarh, or he has, I think, met more than I would say 45, 50 odd leaders and MLAs, including other leaders in the past 3 days. He has been moving in the field in the last 2 days before his announcement also. So he is doing his homework. Basically, what we feel is, because he's new to the organization, he has joined Congress in only 2016. So the gap between the rank and file of Congress and the Navjot Singh Sidhu has to be bridged. So I think his advisors or the people who are assisting him in the party are, trying to, closely, maneuver his political journey, which began, I would say, technically yesterday. So he's very careful moving ahead and trying to, send across a message, and that today he tweeted his father's picture also, that, I am among you all. I am not an outsider. He's trying to tell. At the same time, he's reminding that, I am sticking to my stand of the, the unfulfilled election promises.
Right. So also, Rajmeet, tell us something about the composition of the team, the announcement of the working presidents. These 4 gentlemen who've been appointed as the working presidents. Does the stamp of Captain Amarinder Singh emerge clearer, or it is just Rahul Gandhi and Navjot Singh Sidhu's team?
See, the constitution of the PCC or the president or the working president is a prerogative of the party high command. We should be very clear about it. Right. Though the opinion of the chief minister is always taken, or it is taken on board, but in this case, since there was impasse on the appointment of Navjot Singh Sidhu, and the chief minister wanted his certain confidants to be appointed working presidents under the Navjot Singh Sidhu, that did not happen. So what we believe is, out of the 4, 2 are the people which are the close team of Rahul Gandhi, youngsters. It's infusing the young blood, young and the experienced blood, and at the same time striking the balance of Maja, Malwa, and Doaba.
And are we seeing, Rajmeet, some kind of a generational shift? The Congress deliberately moving towards a generational shift. There are a lot of inherent risks in this. Captain Amarinder apparently not happy. He had laid down certain conditions, but it seems that the party high command has overruled all those, the kind of conditions which Mr. Captain Amarinder had laid down. That has been overruled, and a new team has been put in. So does it mean a generational shift in Punjab Congress, that look, Captain Amarinder by the time the election happens is 80. So, Sidhu is a much younger leader. So is the state Congress moving towards a generational shift?
Certainly, Rohit, this Congress is experimenting this with young blood, is experimenting with the young blood in other states also. You have seen in Rajasthan the problem in other states. In West Bengal, where Prashant Kishore was hired, they have brought in young blood. So, that has, and then there is social engineering with the young blood and the experience and the young. So in Punjab also, I think they have initiated this exercise ahead of the polls by putting in young faces, and then what we expect is that this will happen in this selection of tickets also. They are certainly going to give a message across that, look, BJP is already trying to do it at the central level, so we are also doing it in the states where we are in power. So this indication, and what we strongly believe, this will reflect in the cabinet reshuffle as and when it happens also. There will be young faces. It will be a mix of young and experienced.
So, Rajmeet, are we to believe that Captain Amarinder Singh has finally reconciled to the fate? He's reconciled to the fact that Mr. Sidhu is there and there is going to be a generational shift, or picture abhi baki hai?
Rohit, what we have come to know from sources, Chief Minister is cool and composed so far. He's taking opinions of different leaders. He's yet to react to the appointment of Sidhu, because he has already shown his resentment in indirectly, that he has to apologize, and before I meet him. So the back end, there is some exercise going on that how to make these two leaders come on a platform. Does Sidhu apologize or doesn't apologize, or they find out a middle path? Because the oath-taking ceremony of Sidhu has also to take place, in which the previous president, the outgoing president, and the chief minister to come, and somebody from the high command also comes. It has been a practice in the past. So you must understand, it can only happen, to give a message across to the party rank and file. There is a united fight. because the entire exercise which happened in Delhi for the 2 last months to, fight on a common platform. If they act as two wheels of a vehicle which are moving in the opposite direction, then the entire purpose is defeated. So the party high command is we come to know is trying hard to to bring them on a platform, find out a way. The peace formula, as announced by the high command, is yet to be implemented fully on the ground. One part of this has been done, the other part is yet to be done. So still there's a lot of anxieties and uncertainties among the Congress leaders. What will happen? 5 odd months left for the government. How do we go about it? So still that churning is going on in part.
And coming to that, Rajmeet, do you think these delays, I mean, we have said that we've been told that the resolution has been put into place, but it seems, there are a lot of hiccups still happening. Are these delays given opportunity to opposition parties like the Akali Dal and the Aam Aadmi Party to sense an opportunity to cash in on this uncertainty which is set in amongst the Congress cadre?
Rahul, very interesting thing is, the 4.5 years after the governance, this certain issue of unfulfilled promises cropped up. The ministers and leaders started speaking as the minister, questioning him. So then the issue went to, then there was a lot of surveys, some surveys were got done by the party in which they said the narrative is going against the chief minister. So what is the alternative? So, at that juncture, the Sidhu, because of his gift of the gap, and and the appeal, he unites voters. There's a good people listen to his speeches. So they are trying to bring out a formula under which they can reclaim, I would say, the lost period for these developments. They are trying to catch on. Certainly, it's
and also. Okay. And also, do we have a fix on when Mr. Sidhu is going to come to the PCC office in Chandigarh and take over? Do we have an idea on that?
He is already in Chandigarh for the last 2 days and he's moving around. But I think he will go to PCC only once the house taking ceremony, is fixed. And we believe in 1 or 2 days is going to Amritsar for visiting the religious places, all the religious places. Send across a message. I think today or tomorrow or day after he would go. And he is still. We are waiting from the word from the truce. The truce is yet to happen.
Okay, so
that is the
okay, so clearly, Rajmeet, still the resolution. Though the Congress would make us believe that the resolution has been put into place, that the peace plan has been put into place, but we still to come to a point where both Mr. Sidhu and Captain Amarinder Singh come on a same platform, maybe hug each other, maybe some kind of a photo opportunity before we can say finally that the two warring factions are on the same page. We'll keep on providing you all the latest updates on this upheaval in the Punjab Congress, the peace formula which has been implemented, and in the days to come, how will it pan out? All those details we'll keep on providing you. Rajmeet will be providing us all those details as he has been providing. He's been tracking these stories. He'll continue providing that. You can also log on to our different social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Meanwhile, thanks for watching.